Lonnie dipped the red-stained mop into the bucket of hot water, lifted it and dropped it into the strainer, swinging the handle over to wring it. He pushed hard. His stomach curdled as the bloody strands drained into the steaminess. A pungent copper soap scent wafted up to greet his nose. He pressed even harder, an obligation, nay, an obsession to get every last drop out. The plastic groaned and creaked, forcing him to ease up before he broke it. Lonnie stood straight to let his back rest and wiped his arms across his sweaty forehead. He'd need another bucket of water soon. His third one cleaning up another mess left by one of the sisters, Ingrid or Elsa. Most likely Elsa. Didn't care where she left corpses. Luckily for him, he hadn't had to move the body, just get the stains up off the hardwood in their third-floor parlor. There was a lot of blood, an amazing amount. Always was. The pattern told the story. The victim died standing up, neck cut, and blood spraying wildly around their shoes, big drops of it splashing as they fell to their knees. A big clear spot to the left where the body collapsed, blood pooling around their head. Smeary marks where they clawed helplessly in their dying moments. And then a nice, thick, undisturbed ring spreading out another 2 or 3 feet in every direction. The boot prints of the murderer always close, lingering, the killer satisfying their morbid curiosity. Lonnie stared numbly at the scene. He was getting way too used to this, cleaning up bloody messes. Keeping desperate clientele supplied with drugs, might as well be poisoning them. And when they didn't pay, making sure to deliver painful reminders via the gang's designated muscle. Avoiding cops at every turn. The job of a junkie drug runner who didn't ask too many questions. A lackey for the nefarious 8th Street gang. He tried not to think about his old life, the one before the gang, of being home in bed with his wife, soft, smooth legs against his, the sound of her light snores because she'd had too many glasses of wine the night before. Of his daughter, sleeping in the next room, 7 years old, and the world still very new to her. He tried not to think about it because reminiscing would do him no good. It only brought pain and despair. That life was a world away, too far gone to ever get back. He sighed. Best to finish before the gang returned from their drug run. Lonnie rolled the sloshing bucket down the hall and into the bathroom, removed the mop and strainer, and dumped the bloody water into a bathtub colored pink and yellow from hard water deposits. Filled the bucket up with hot water again, pouring in some soap, and drove the entire contraption back to the parlor and over to the shuttered windows. The morning news played on the TV while he worked on the stain. The reporter droned on about some political event. Governor Lindsay Walls, former CEO of Turu Corp, will be in Newport today to show her support for the latest referendum on casino gambling, stating there was no better way to boost the local economy. Not that Lonnie liked the news much, but his wife used to get ready for work with it on. A small thing, really, to leave the TV on while he smeared crimson circles on the hardwood floor. It was fine, as long as he didn't get too carried away, as long as he didn't go down the rabbit hole of memories. Thankfully, Lonnie's cell phone blared to life, sending sound and vibration everywhere, shaking loose change on the coffee table and keeping his head in the now, in the today. It rang again, and then a third time. He dug the mop in hard, really working the edges of the stains where the blood had dried into a thick ridge. The phone continued to ring, the person on the other end not willing to give up.